We are very excited to announce that we, both Jared and I, are going to be starting to host Mexico dating boot camps. So right now, the plan is to start having guys come, leaning towards a full week to give guys the full experience. And essentially, what we're going to do, we're going to show you guys the city. We're going to show you some of the cultural differences here that we'll talk about in the show as well. And then, most importantly, we're going to take you guys out to learn how to improve your dating, to or work on cold approach, to work on setting dates here in Mexico, and really just get a difference between maybe dating in the US where you're from, or maybe some European country, versus what it's like to date here and date Mexican women. Yeah.
Yeah, and the genesis of that is we've actually recently, well, Mexico City's a hot spot anyways. I believe I saw recently it's number 7 of the top 10 cities for expats to live worldwide. So it's on the radar. It's trending right now. Even major mainstream news organizations like CNN back home are talking about Mexico City. So I've been here full time for 3 years now. Joel has been here for more than half a year, and it'll be 3 years very quickly. Time just goes fast.
Yeah,
And
let's go.
we live this lifestyle every single day. So we've been recruited by other guys in the space to help them out with their boot camps and realize, well, we live here full time. We can actually do this ourselves. And then the idea also stemmed from the fact that we receive a lot of visitors here. So when guys come down, maybe even they're not interested in dating, just friends or family or people. It's funny, the Spanish word popped in my head, compañero, compa. I was like, or colleagues. There you go. Come down here, and we kind of have the circuit down, showing them the ropes, getting them in, getting them settled, getting them oriented in terms of explaining the cultural differences, some basic Spanish, showing them all the hot spots. Joel is really good at the day game side of the equation. I'm really adept at the online game more. I'm not a big partier, but if you guys watch my stories, you might think otherwise. But I've been going out a lot recently. If you do watch my stories, that's because there's guys in town that want to go out. So I'm showing them the hot spots, how to run night game here, how to do table game, how to do social
Yep.
game, referral game, all of that stuff. So really, if you're interested, we're putting it together now. We're starting to accept guys' applications to come on down. So if you're interested, hit either one of us up on Instagram. And it is a full spectrum course. So it's not just day game. It's not just night game. It's not just
Right.
social game. It's everything all at once because, again, we live the lifestyle full time. And when people come down, they're like, oh my God. First, they hear stuff like this online. They don't believe it. And they come down and they see it and they're
Yeah.
like, oh my God. Then they don't think it's possible for them. Then they start kind of picking up on it just by virtue of being around us. And then all of a sudden, and Joel, this happened to you too. You can share your story if you want. All of a sudden you wake up one day, it's like, oh, I have 8 girls in the rotation and 2 that want to be my girlfriend. What do I do? I'm like, aha, that's abundance, my friend. So we will show
Yes.
you exactly how to do that. It's taken me years how to figure it out. I've lived off and on through Mexico for almost 20 years now. I speak Spanish very well. I know the lay of the land. I know the ins and outs of the culture. And so you don't necessarily have to come down and be like, oh, I want to get triple digit new notches in a year. Maybe you just want a girlfriend. Maybe you just want to learn how to flirt with girls in Spanish. Maybe you just want to learn or experience what it is to feel feminine energy for the first time in your entire
Mm.
life, since Latinas are very feminine. So whatever your goal set is, we will get you booked. We will get you oriented. We'll have calls leading up to it. I actually have a comprehensive dating course that I built and kind of did a soft release. I haven't really publicized it or anything, but it's got hours and hours of content, 10 modules. It breaks down everything in terms of getting your mind right, what sort of relationship model you want, how to build a proper physique, how to do proper photos, build your social media accounts, build your online dating apps in terms of, okay, how to open, how to get off the app, how to set logistics, how to get to the house, how to close the deal, and even some bonus ones like how to blow her brains in the bedroom, how to prevent STDs and pregnancy. All of this is in there. It is a full spectrum course as well. So really, we're really excited to get things moving. Again, we've already been coaching guys throughout the summer here in the field in real time. Joel and I both still do coaching if you want to hit us up digitally, but we found that we've noticed we haven't done a live stream in a bit, and that is because we've been on the ground. We've been actually just living it in
Yeah.
real life. So we'll check in every now and then with you guys. We'll give you some highlights as far as what's going on. But if you really, really want to get the full experience, hit us up. Just come down here, and we'll just get you going. It's a lot easier.
Amen, brother. And really, like what Jaron was saying, like we really want to help you with that mindset, because that's what Jaron really helped me when I came down. It's really a mindset shift and realizing that it's not this absurd, like, you got to be this super 1% guy. Like, I'm Asian and I thought I wasn't gonna really have much of a chance, but I'm crushing it. And so we want to really help you wherever you are in your life to be able to adopt a mindset that I can have and deserve abundance, not from like a entitled standpoint, but like really because you are a guy worth dating and having getting to have that experience, because a lot of guys don't get to experience that. So just like Jaren said, hit us up on IG. We'll kind of give you some of the details. We're gonna have an official launch date where we're gonna, offer the website, and you guys can get some more like actual details, like of everything that's really gonna go on, and then apply, and we'll hop on a call with you to see if this is really gonna be something that can be of help to you. We're not going to promise, like, you are going to, like Jaron said, you're not going to come down and meet 3,000 women, but you're going to get to see the differences of culture. You're going to get to have some dates. The guys that came down recently, man, it was so cool. Like, within a few days, they were having dates with really attractive women, and
Yep.
they were just having like spiritual awakenings. They're like, oh my God. They're like walking the streets. They're like, I can
They had
just be
never, a lot
myself
of them had
here.
never had beautiful women before, or feminine
Ex- or feminine. Yep.
women who are
So they
physically
were
attractive. Yes.
Right. So they're having like literally spiritual awakenings. They're like, oh my, like I can be myself. Like you can be yourself here, guys. You don't have to like put on this front. You don't have to. Jaren's jacked, so like, but I'm not. Like I'm fit, but I'm not like super big. So I'm like a testament that you don't have to be this like 7'2" basketball player that makes $1 million. You can be a normal guy, and women here respect that and they appreciate that. One of the things that we'll do as well, we'll take you out for a day game and we'll give you one-on-one constructive feedback. A lot of guys will open and they'll do like some pickup line. And I just tell them like, hey, what if you just said hi? What if you said hey? And they do
Hey, my
that and
name's
they're like,
Jaren. What's your name? That's literally my opener, Jaren.
yeah, it
Or
can be so
they can't
simple.
pronounce my name, so I use my last name. But yeah,
Okay.
just
I actually don't tell them my name until the very end because it adds that
oh
mystery.
really?
So I literally just say, hey, do you speak English? That's it. And guys will come in, they'll be like, wow, I saw you from afar. And like, I'm like, wow, look at that like person. Like,
Mine's way more direct, and guys, you'll see this when you actually get down here too. You'll get ridiculous indicators of interest to the point where I was out with a couple buddies, new guys that just moved down here 2 nights ago or Saturday night, and we went to Hooters actually to watch the soccer game, and the wait staff, like for a couple of new guys, another buddy of mine who's very game aware, we had to train the guys like, hey, how to tell when a girl's into you, and they do the eye game down here, so it blows a lot of guys' minds. They can't even see the fact that these girls are attracted to them. So you have to make them privy to that fact, wake them up, literally open their eyes to the fact that they're getting eyes on them. So it is a bit of a process, but again, we're here to remove all those blind spots for you and just have a good time. And
yeah,
Joel, going back to what you were saying, you can be yourself. So I get a lot of coaching
yeah,
clients, believe it or not, that are of different ethnicities than me. So it's like, oh, it's because of insert race, insert occupation, insert socioeconomic status or lack thereof, insert level of fitness or lack thereof. There's always excuses of why they can't do it, but you can just come here. And the more you own your true authentic identity, the easier time you're going to have, to the point where it can get almost overwhelming at times. I'm actively like trying to slow down on the game. Things have so much other momentum in other areas of my life, but it's really hard because you'll also notice too when you come down here, you don't have a lot of competition. If you're on the self-help journey, most guys in general globally are not on the self-help journey, but culturally here, that's not really a thing so much in the male population. So keep all that in mind. Again, we're really excited, guys, to get this out there. Hit us up if you have any more questions. We'll get you on an initial call, see if it's a fit for you, and we'll get
yes,
you
sir.
going. You can actually have some love in your life for once.